classroom, huh?
Yes, we got them.
Yeah.
Quite a number of times.
Yeah, so you had 2 computers and 2 TVs.
Yes.
No, two computers and 1 TV.
Yes.
I wanted to find out
Yes.
about Wi-Fi.
The Wi-Fi. To work here, you
don't have Wi-Fi?
We don't have.
At all? Do you have an ICT?
Yes, yes.
So you have the computers,
Yes, we have.
but you don't have Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
So mwalimu kwanza official.
Yeah, because
How many students do you have here?
we are now 11 or 8.
Your school does well, huh?
Yeah.
I can see lots of trophies.
Yeah, it's a very, very upcoming school.
Sporting trophies.
There was a time we improved by 100 positions in a county. Before it used to be down, but now we empowered the pupils. They were this semi-Islam or something like that. Yes. So, Karigunza, I'm Gital, the teacher.
Oh, nice to meet you.
You know, Mama heard about us, she's supporting us, and you are here today. Physically,
Yes.
this is very important.
Yeah, you know, the thing is, Nairobi is massive.
Yes.
People don't realize that MP has only one constituency with maybe 5 or 4 wards. MCA has only his ward. The woman rep is like the governor. The entire country. And the budget we have is very little. We get $1 million a year. So in every constituency, I have something like $60,000. So that $60,000 is supposed to do everything: bursaries, projects, women empowerment. So this was a project. Furnishing autistic schools was a project. We put something like, I think, we completed it with about $150,000. Yeah, to just make sure every school gets something. My predecessor started the project and she did the floors. So, yeah, she did the floors, but she never finished it. So I didn't feel, I felt we should complete it. Most members of parliament don't complete the projects of the other person, but I think as a strategy, government wants to have projects completed. Yeah, so that's what we embarked on. But then now, when we give them the TVs and we give them the computers, then we realize they don't have Wi-Fi. So I bumped into the chairman of Liquid Intelligent Technologies. And he said, we could provide you with the Wi-Fi.
Oh, good.
So I wanted him to see firsthand and to appreciate where he's going to be providing the Wi-Fi. We've also seen that there are other needs the schools have. As a corporate, they might decide to think about their CSR besides the products that they offer. What else can they do? We've seen since the government stopped giving you, through its partners, the hot food for the children. You're struggling. But I think you're one of the schools. Have you been asked to provide the details? Because I think the government is looking to provide some rations. No?
They select schools.
Mr. Krenga,
which schools are those?
They select. The government just selects schools that they want to have in the slum.
But this one is near a slum. So
we are very needy actually. You see, most of
In this place, they can only choose either one school.
Oh, one school. It should be this one then.
No,
Kangemi is on the other side.
Yeah, unajua now the Kangemi is in Westlands.
Yes.
And just on the bridge here, this is now
Dagoretti
South. Yeah, north.
North.
It's from here when you are going to Waitaka,
South.
in Dagoretti South.
And this is the most vulnerable school we have, this Dagoretti North.
Yes.
I normally say this is Dagoretti North.
Yes.
Because this Tawara primary, this one Muslim primary,
Yes.
the three of us has the same catchment area.
Yeah.
you can imagine.
What's your water situation? Do you have a borehole
Yeah, we have a borehole.
functioning?
Of late, no.
Why?
Because I was told the pump collapsed. And I talked to the MD.
Which MD? Aki Water? Aki Water.
Yes.
Can you give me, I'm going to give you my email address.
Exactly.
You please send me the details on your borehole and what needs to be done,
Yes.
so I can pursue it with Aki Water. Because it's terrible that we're spending so much money sinking these boreholes,
Yes.
contractor gets paid,
Yes.
and then within a few months the borehole is collapsing. It's
But this
ridiculous.
one has taken quite a long time.
Uh-huh.
I think it has suffered as well.
It
But we
has.
are suffering now because I tried to reconnect, to reverse the NNS water bore, the secondary,
Mhm.
and it was quite taxing for us. Actually, that was our savior. And it is not clean water like this one. This one was about 900 feet deep. So, it's quite
So the water was clean.
very clean. Very clean. And also we have another, the impact water also come and purify the water for us. Now,
How many acres of land is this school?
we had about 5 acres, but we donated like 2 to secondary section. So we are only 2 or 3, something like that. Initially it was people's land, but the city council those days bought from the indigenous to put up this school in 1984. So it's not a very old school like others. But we are trying, we are struggling, we can't complain. The office has even given us a lot of support. ICT these days in school. We have a showcase for our children in this school.
But who gave you the computers? ICT?
No, from well wishers.
So you got the computers from well wishes, but what about the Ministry of ICT? I thought they were rolling out a school.
Tablets,
You remember
no tablets.
the secondary, but primary, no.
Computer for schools,
Those one are
those one older ones.
the old ones.
Yes.
You see, we used to secure them from old offices, the old one.
Yes.
But you see, of late, because of the new technology, we get a friend who donate 1, 2, 3. But the gadgets, those ones are for the children, those are there.
So these old PCs you see, they are being used in Europe or something. People donate them to Kenya, and then they're refurbished by Computer for School Kenya, and then they gave us donations. So those have all come from private donations, mostly from Europe.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's no point in giving a school a computer and then they don't have Wi-Fi,
Yeah.
because today everybody uses Wi-Fi.
That is true.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, your strategy, the minister is in charge of ICT. He's the one who connects, who does everything. And everything these days in the school is like data, TSC, everything, and nobody gives us bundles.
So they don't get bundles and you don't get Wi-Fi, and yet you're expected to resubmit all your reports
Yes.
electronically.
But we say,
Just use their own bundles half the time.
yes, all the time,
Donations,
and it's
yeah.
very costly.
All the little money they get from the school to the students, which is not a lot.
Yeah, but you see, like our cabinet, if the children, the parent cannot feed their children.
So I saw in another school actually, we went into a classroom and I saw some children with their little teens eating, and then I saw quite a number of them not eating.
Not
So
eating.
I asked the question, what happens to the ones that don't have food? They stay hungry. So I think we need to get a message out there to the parents who have these children and continue having children, that they're not being very good parents. You know, they have to start looking after the ones that they have efficiently, because government is not providing the food anymore.
But,
So-
what do you, because we need to have the World Food Program.
Yeah, but the World Food Program left, the World Food Program
Yes,
stopped when we became a middle income country. So when you become a middle income country, it's expected that the citizens are able to actually cater for their needs. So they should have been able to pay the school. How much do you ask them to pay? 10 shillings a day?
Yeah, it's like 12.50 per day.
12
yeah, 12 shillings.
So I mean, if a parent is working and earning 200 shillings a day, they should be able to give at least 20 bob to their student. But if you have 8 children or 7 children, you can't do it. You know, when I talk family planning, people think, what are you saying? And I say, you have to plan your family.
Exactly.
I mean, God put family planning in women's cycle. It's important.
Actually, it's very taxing for these children. They can't perform as.
Of course, how do you expect them to perform when they're so hungry?
And
They're
also,
thinking about the hunger.
Maybe they even slept empty stomach. because the parents are not.
Yeah, but the mother is still pregnant. Her firstborn is pregnant. You know, everybody's pregnant, and they can't afford to look after the kids. It's wrong. It's terrible because that little girl doesn't realize that, you know, why she's not having food when her next door student is actually having food. I hear some share, but it's sad.
You know, the sanitary towels was a problem, but these days the government provides you a very grateful.
What are they providing?
The sanitary towels for the government.
You've got them.
Yeah, we get them from the ministry.
Yeah. So this year's supply came.
Yeah, it is there.
They don't give the government gives sanitary towels to public schools.
Yes, yes.
I'm glad to come to a school and I'm told that we've received. But they don't give it to community-based schools. And community-based schools are more than public schools. So we're not giving half of Kenya's children sanitary towels. So I'm giving some through my fund, but it's not enough.
Actually,
I mean, a packet of sanitary towels is 37 shillings. So forget the daily food. So you do your budget as a family, and you know that, hey, I can't really afford to have another child.
So I think you got a task to do. Your parliament, do something for others.
In terms of food.
In terms of sanitary, and in terms of food.
Sanitary for community-based, because all your students get pets.
Here they get, but as you're saying, the argument is the fraction of adults in public schools, maybe 20%.
Yeah.
The rest.
Because you're not giving all the classrooms.
And all that.
No, it's a problem. Let us go and have a look at the class.
Before we go out, there is one request maybe I would wish to air on behalf of my colleagues around the school. Our schools are very hard hit by staffing. We don't have teachers. Like here we are missing almost 10 teachers. And since last term, Mr. Jenga, we lost about 4 or 5 teachers.
To COVID?
To secondary section.
Transfers?
And one retired, no replacement. There is this school and another one, neighbor, they call Muslim. We are aggregated, and you see.
So the students come and then what? You have to arrange for private teachers?
No, we can't afford.
If the parents can't feed their children, how are they going to feed? How are they going to provide the money for the teachers? Because I've seen some board of management and parents management.
But when you see our situation here, it's very difficult for parents. If they cannot be able to provide a lunch meal, even providing an extra is a nightmare. So maybe our request would be.
I want to give me your book. I write you my email address. Send me your request, and I'll put a question to the minister.
Yes.
I'll put a question to the minister because after all, when your school performs badly, you're going to be asked why. And if you didn't speak, it is your fault.
And this cut across so many schools in the slums. Of late they have transferred teachers to say.
I've given you my number, my email. Just send me an email also on your borehole.
Yes.
So I can pick it up with MMS and Nairobi water.
That would be very nice. Otherwise, we appreciate and we're happy. So we can. We start with the ICT room and then we go to a special class.
Needs, yeah.
Yes.
Let me wash my hands.
Yeah, sure.
Tunaenda chini.
tunafanyaka. Kwani Waafrika hatuwezi kufanya kazi vizuri? Ukienda kwa shule ya mzungu huwezi kufanya uwezo kuona kitu kama hivi. Lakini ya hivi, unaweka traffic, unaweka waya vizuri. Tunajaribisha. Tunataka kuwa developed alafu tunafanya vitu ambao hata ni primitive. What are developing? You know, I'm telling you that you will never see something like this in Europe. You know, it will be done properly. What are those things? What are those? Oh, those are the ones given by the government?
Yes.
The tablets? So those tablets don't need Wi-Fi?
They do.
So you give tablets and no Wi-Fi?
If you give them Wi-Fi, they do more things. If you give them Wi-Fi, they do more things. Where is the racial? You've got a racial device, the router for these? There's a thing they call a Rachel or something. It's a router that goes with these ones, like a central unit.
But it is whatever we use is just using white.
There should be a device here, like a round thing. We can have a picture. It's called a Rachel or something. It's like a Wi-Fi. It's like a small router, and you connect it, and they connect to that.
Yeah, that is a camp. We have it, but that's just limited to the teacher's device and the learner's device. Yeah.
Okay.
But at least you've got nice flows.
Very nice.
So this was courtesy of Simbarati and Nana Gashaga. Mwalimu?
Yes, yes.
So this is
This is my deputy.
Deputy habari yako? Napenda jenda iko sawa. Asilete mwanaume.
No, ni handshake.
Handshake here. So sasa, he's being asked a question.
Yes.
So those things, like those tablets that were given by government, hamujatumia?
No, we use them.
You use them how?
Usually, normally.
Hotspot.
Yeah,
Should be a device.
when we want them to connect to the internet, we need to hotspot from our phones.
So they hotspot from the teacher's phones.
Yeah, okay. But there's a device that came with that. They call it a Rachel, or they call it something that's round.
That is the camp.
So
Yes.
Where is it?
It is here.
Show
It's in
me.
the cabinet.
Yeah.
Show me, so we know we're having the same thing.
So what we've done in the school we've connected with UNICEF is we then connect this to the public internet. We put our own Wi-Fi. And this is the Wi-Fi. So those things connect to the internet and they can connect as well.
Let's see if you're talking the same language.
Yeah.
Could be yaya, iko kapas, and it's the wrong thing.
This one, the machine is only connecting with the laptop and this one.
Yeah.
They normally do interconnected, and we use even in grade 8 and
Yeah, content.
like on Tuesday.
Content.
Yes, we have this Friday on Tuesday. You have invited.
No, this one is different. The one which was
Very small.
It's a very small one.
Is it readily available if you have to look for it?
This is the laptop. It says like
This is the teacher's device.
Yeah, but it's a round one that comes with that logo.
That is the one.
That's the one, yeah.
Tell me,
Yeah, found it, there it is.
found it?
Okay. So this
That one. Yeah.
needs to be plugged into needs to be plugged in to the wall. The cupboard, it's no good. If you plug it in, then those things can then get content from this, and then you can connect this to it. But anyway, that will sort it.
So,
KSD content.
so plug it in so that you can at least get, when you get the Wi-Fi, keep it ready so when they come to put the Wi-Fi, we can test the tablets. You have to find the cable.
It's probably the same charges as the charges are all up there.
Ruth, when you went to the other schools, were you as thorough as Ben Roberts in terms of the information you were seeking?
What?
Were you as thorough in the information? You're compiling the last report.
Yeah.
We've only come for the 4 schools.
Yeah.
So the other schools, you covered everything.
Yeah.
You got all the data, all the information.
Yeah.
The tablets.
The tablets, you look at them, everything.
Yeah.
Even the IC.
What we want to do is maximize on your ICT and maximize on the autistic class.
Yes.
If you get the Wi-Fi. Yeah. So where's the autistic class? Is it very far from here?
No, that's
Downstairs. Now, will you be able to pay the monthly once we get the services work? After some time, we
Munesh
can give you
will
3
sort out.
months.
Munesh
We can
can
give you
sort
3-4
out.
months of complimentary, and then they buy you a monthly monthly charge. I don't know. We have to figure all that out. Let's see what
This is the hotspot.
and then you have to also be able to pick it up.
We
Yeah.
can actually.
Because ICT is the future.
It's the future, actually.
All right, let's go. We've got one more school to cover.
This
It's coming very clean.
yeah, it is.
So Nana is a friend of
When you're talking in front of the camera.
No, Governor City Mwanani anaenda. Nakalia hiyo hiyo bunga mrefu. Wanaomba wenye So this is not the TV I donated.
This is the small one.
The big one. What do you mean it was 40?
Let me explain. This guy did not this one. They just brought it before we took it for this is the small one. You know they are not so that's what and when we told them this one is not, they have been using our jump.
So this one, no. So excuse me. No, I want. No, this TV has to be changed. This is Kangemi Primary. Gatina Primary. So can you send me? You're supposed to get that one working. It never works. Huh? No, you send me a message. Okay, send me a message so I can speak to her. Aligning the meeting. No, I'll get them to come and repair the TV.
This is the floor.
So I gave you, I can see the tables, I can see the chairs, but I also gave you some learning equipment. The buttons, the shirts. Where are they? Let me take the picture of that TV and then write down the spoon so that I can speak to the supplier. All right? The screen is broken.
This seems to have been broken.
Yeah, but they put somebody and left
No problem.
They can change the panel. The screen is
No, I'm just speaking to the supplier. Yeah.
Expensive things and
Huh?
it's easier to get a new one than
Yeah, let her do it. I'll tell her that it's not working.
we didn't know what the problem.
Right. And they were supposed to mount it in a manner that it cannot be stolen. So let me-
Yeah.
yeah. But the plan. What is the reach Mwalimu? Where are they? You know we give here. I can
Yeah,
see
they are
some
here. These are
for buckles and big buttons. Yeah. You see, we got them all these things to help them to learn how to button.
When they come back, come on the door.
They had a threading problem. And this one I wonder what. This is to open and close. You know, just to get them to learn how to click. Yeah. You know, these are things for the kids to learn.
Yeah, but you can't keep all of them here because they'll be stolen. In the evening, we hide them. Yeah. You just give one band, consume, then you give the other one. And you have others who you have integrated in classes. They are two at university. Yes. And they are 3 who are in 7. They are 3 who are in class grade 3. Can I bring them?
No, it's okay. You see, the thing is, even her, she's just tried right now. You know, and you have to give them this to practice. Yeah, so I would love to see that you use them, because if you don't use them,
No, we
then
use
the clear.
what happened, every other evening we have to put them back to our banker. Because that's a key.
Sawa sawa.
But they are even.
Let's do a nice photo for Loke.
Okay.
Last school, actually, in Parliament.
Outside noise.
Outside.
He's leaving.
Yeah, she wants a group photo.
Here, here, here.